So how do I know that the Note Air 4C and the Kindle Colorsoft are still the best color e-ink you can buy? Well, I've done a lot of testing, so watch the video. Yes, in general, color it has worse performance in black and white, with I think one sort of noteworthy exception really, and I think it is worse than the black and white. The Kindle Colorsoft, actually, I read on it quite a lot in black and white because I read with my daughter with it quite a lot. And actually, I don't dislike it at all for that reason. And I want to bring that in now because I want to do a bit of a comparison between the Go 7 Color 2 and the Note Air 4C. And it's worth having the Kindle there as another sort of reference point, really. I wanted to get up the exact same thing, but one issue with this, and I really do recommend the Kindle Colorsoft to people, but for some reason I can't seem to open up Watchmen on it. And it's like, you own this, you've bought this, it's in your library, but every single time I press read now, it just won't. And I've restarted the whole thing. So even the Kindle, which like should be, and is in general, just the easiest way to just pick something up and carry on reading, it is a really good time for that reason. I'm trying to get this thing downloaded and it's just not playing ball. I mean, the user interface is just absolutely terrible. I mean, most of the time all you do is just turn pages, of course, so it doesn't matter that much, but it's just like, that one's worked, Henry's Big Ears, so we can have Henry's Big Ears on it as well. It's not something my daughter is reading, but we can have that to do this kind of color comparison. But I wanted to get up the same thing. So this is the Go 7 Color Gen 2 just here, and this is the Note Air 4C. Now, do you see the difference between the two? The Go 7, I don't know that this is the improved Kaleido 3, but I do know that the Note Air 4 is the improved Kaleido 3, and I actually don't think the reds are as good over here on the Go 7. So I think the Go 7 has not got, can you see the better vibrancy in the purples here and in the reds? And just generally, and I don't know if you saw, but I put them both on the coldest light, and I would actually read with them on somewhere here and not full light. So I should maybe go to something actually more what I would use. And you can see the blues are deeper, you see the reds are deeper, everything is slightly better. I actually don't think, unfortunately, that the new Go 7 Color Gen 2 is the improved Kaleido 3. So that's a shame, it's a missed opportunity, because this guy definitely is. This is the Kindle Colorsoft, and it is an absolute banger. It's absolutely brilliant. If I go to a kind of colder thing, I'll give it its best brightness. And you see it looks really white. I mean, the screen on here, safer, you can still see a little bit of the yellow tinge on there. The colors on here are absolutely banging. See those blues? Yeah, and that is in line with this, the Note Air 4C, but it's not as good on the Go 7. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but the new Go 7 isn't as good color as the Note Air 4C. If you know someone in your life who likes to read graphic novels, then Kindle Colorsoft with this guided mode, it's just the best e-ink can look right now. And I really like that normal text is still clearly readable. So the reason I brought this out to answer a question about crispness of black and white, and now I've gone off on one about color, but I do want to make that point that this is not the very finest. I mean, you can just see in Rorschach's face, you see the more like a skin tone color there. And then if I bring in his color on the Go 7 Color Gen 2, see it's more yellow. Skin tone and yellow. So I think that, yeah, there's the Note Air 4C is still amazing. On Henry's Big Ears as well, you see his lovely skin tones. Picked out the best thing here, but I was trying to get the exact same thing on, but it just let me down. The greens are good. The color on this Colorsoft, they got this right. And for that reason, I still think it's a recommend. Now, the reason why this question was asked about the black and white text, if I go back to what my daughter is actually reading, I mean, she'll happily read this type of thing, don't worry, don't get me wrong. It all turns out all right for Henry with his big ears in the end, don't worry. But she's loving her Hetty Feather at the minute, and she's on Emerald Star. But you can just see, I hope, and actually that black and white looks great. It looks really, really good. Like, you know, properly good. And if I bring the Go 7 normal up, that also looks really good. Again, I'll just go to a colour that I would actually use. On this, I would pretty much show it all off, to be honest, but there we are. But I'll go to a comfortable reading colour on both, regardless of matching it up. I mean, I'm really hard pressed on this Kindle to really pick out that grain. I have to look for it. And I don't think, I did wonder, because my daughter, when I bought her this, I did think, am I getting her the right thing if she's mainly going to be reading just ordinary books? Should she not be reading on some Carter 1300, seeing as I've got that around? But having spent a lot of time with it now, I don't think there's too much of a penalty for the Kaleido on this one. It's really good. On the colour here though, this guy is the, let's go to Dante. It looks really good still, doesn't it? Looks really, really good. Let's find, yeah, an EPUB, some description. Yeah, now if I show you this, you can see that fuzziness around. Yeah, Regal, deep. You can actually see, it's not terrible, it's still crisp. It is still really crisp on here. This is the Go 7 Color Gen 2 here that we're looking at here. And let's have a look at that next door to the, see that just still looks whiter. It does look crisper on the Kindle. The font is really nice as well. I do think Kindle do get just reading right. Yes, you can tap it twice on the back. I don't like that as much as a lovely button. The Boox is so much more powerful in terms of all the other things it can do. Absolutely, it does. That's the Note Air, isn't it? I mean, they're now bringing the Tab X and zoom out. I mean, the thing is absolutely massive, isn't it? But I just want to do this as well on the, because I think this looks amazing, but I still don't think actually the reds are as deep on here as they are on the Note Air 4. I think the Note Air 4C is an absolutely banging screen. But again, I would say that when I see that screen, you know, in the room, I'm like, yeah, that is incredible, look at it. Well, that's a good comparison. There we go. Pillars of Creation. I mean, the colour looks really accurate, actually, I must admit. That is good. It's not a Spectra 6, sure, but that is good. So one tip to get the very best out of a Boox tablet in a third-party reading app is to go into the e-ink center, HD mode, and click More. You'll still end up with a lot of ghosting, especially in the color areas, unless you increase this animation filter time. I normally find that anything around 1500 does the job. And this applies to HD and Regal mode. Regal mode is often the best for reading. And you see it will do a full refresh every time. That looks amazing. Blown away by that. And there's that Pillars of Creation again. I think that ink is pretty colour accurate, to be quite honest. Cool, let me know what you think. So let's go and give it its best shot. I think that the colors look most accurate around there. So let's try and match them up to their kind of best. And I think this is better than the Go 7 III Gen 2, but I don't think they're quite as deep as they are. I mean, look at the greens. Look at the green of Watchman. You see how much greener that is on the Note Air 4C? So I think that actually the best color you can buy is still the Note Air 4C and the Kindle Colorsoft. I don't think anyone's currently got that same oxide backplane, which gives it that deeper, and we'll see when we get to all such as skin tones, this guy's skin tones. Yeah, can you just see much deeper color there on your man's face, and just yellower, not bad. I'm not arguing, I'm not saying this is a bad thing because of that, but it isn't as good a color as the Note Air 4C, which is stupendously good. But they're all really good. They're all, you know, I'm an e-ink enthusiast for a reason. I'm guessing you guys being here are e-ink enthusiasts for reasons as well. So let me know what you think about that. Has that been useful? But I do think it's an interesting point. I think, yeah, that point that maybe we were just waiting for the Tab Mini C2 or something. I think they won't bring a Tab Mini C2 next. I think they will bring I hope anyway, I think they'll either make it a Note Mini to tie it into that Note category, or they'll make it a Go. I expect we'll get a Go 7.8 black and white at some point in our lives, and that'll be really good. And I expect we'll get a Note Mini C, something like that, next, and that'll have a lovely writing feel, nice and thin, Wacom EMR with colour. I think that'd be a banger as well. Yeah, they don't normally like colour, but sure, the 4C is tempting. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily gets at the kind of core use of an e-ink tablet reading and writing, but certainly using apps with colour is a good time.